Well, hello, friends. It's Donna with AK Gal Stamps coming to you from my hot mess of a craft room in Springfield, Ohio. It's been a kind of nice day. I think it was 68 when I last checked my temperature, so it's fall. So I hope you guys are all doing well. And if you're watching on the replay, thanks for watching, stopping by. Um, It's Wednesday, so some of my friends are at church tonight, but they'll catch the replay. I hope everybody's doing good. I've got my grandkids here, so if you do hear noise, it's probably them, either them or the dog. So I'm going to flip the camera around. I see. Let's bring this up just a little bit. I think I'm going to move this over just a little bit this way, get it more centered. I got a new stamp set in the mail, so I am mixing it up. Wasn't really quite sure what to do with this set. So I had to play. And I thought, well, when I first saw it, I thought, wouldn't it be cool to emboss? So that's what I did. And I'm like, okay, we're going to emboss. We're still going to use the same colors, Lost Lagoon. And I didn't get that perfectly aligned, but I don't think it matters. So we are going to do that. I did want to mention that tonight at midnight ends the sale for kits up to 30% off. So if you wanted to get a kit or 2 or 5 or 10 like me, you need to order today. And also the great joining special is going on. You can spend 35 and get 125 in product, or you could spend 99 and get 189 in product. All your choice. You can be a hobby demonstrator. You can do it for a little bit of a side gig, whatever you want to do. But that is going on. I would love for you to join our team. Got a great group of friends there. So, yeah, we will get going. Oh, and I just heard I got an email that they're going to be doing group shipping. So I got to learn more about that. So I printed out a lot of information, so we're going to try and do that. So these are the dies that you get with this bundle. Not a lot, so this is a more inexpensive bundle, but we're going to give it a go. So those who got the kit got a base that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and the front was embossed with the snowflake sky, which was on last chance, and now it's gone. But it's pretty anyway. I gave you a die cut piece of the arches in some really pretty paper. Of course, I don't remember what it's called, and I don't have much left. It's in the online store. I think it's still in there. But I thought that was kind of Christmassy with the trees. And you got white 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside and a little 1/2 inch strip for the bottom of your paper. And you got a piece of paper that you might want to stamp on. Well, I'm not using that piece. So I'm using this piece. I am going to heat emboss first. So this one's just going to take longer because I'm going to do all the steps except for the cutting of the paper, that part. So if you get the embossing kit, it comes with this little baggie that has cornstarch or whatever in it. And it will give you the tray, the brush, the little pinchy tool. So I am going to stamp with this. Let's get everything moved out of the way. I want to emboss the leaves. That's what I want. Oh, and I just touched that. Did you see what I did? I just touched that. Seriously? When I did the one that I showed you, it's like, oh my gosh, I had little things all over the place because I touched it. It's like, really? Seriously? So let's try this again. When you're using Versamark, you don't want to push it, smush it in. You just want to tap, okay? Because this ink is sticky ink. It works well because it takes a long time to dry. So it works well with heat embossing. I want to do this way. Let me look at my die again so I have it going the right direction so I can put it in. Can I do it this way? Sure, I could do it straight. I could totally do it straight. As long as I give it a nice border. Let's do that like that. Let's see. Do I have this upside down? That's highly possible. We'll find out when we dry it or heat emboss it, right? Which direction it is. And then, because then I'll stamp on it as well. So I got my little dish. And hopefully I won't need that. Donna, quit touching it. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Keep wanting to touch it in the wrong places. Scold myself. Huh, that looks good. I'll do a little bit more just to make sure we got good coverage. That looks good. I cannot complain about that. I need to buy some more of this embossing powder, the gold. So, okay, good enough for right now. So we want to cover all this before we start blowing everything from Kingdom Come, right? We don't want to do that. So put that over there. Got my nice little reversible tweezers and the heat gun. Just trying to get it heated up. I don't know if you can see it as it melts. That looks good. I think that's supposed to go that way. That's what I think. I'm going to let this cool. So the words on here, it has wishing you, and then it has this line and glad tidings. So I just kind of, I made it like this. Okay. But I don't want it to take up that much room. So I did it like this, and I figured I will just cut this stuff out. Hi, Natalie. Did you take a shower?
No.
Tyler got you wet.
No, I got myself wet.
You got yourself wet.
No,
Okay.
I felt like it because I got really hot.
You got really hot. Okay. That's the 11-year-old grandchild. 11 going on 20. You know, actually, I might want to make this stuff even smaller because it's taking up too much space. You know how that goes. So I think I'm going to get my big old scissors out. Okay. We'll move all these over here, over here. I wonder if these will work. I got on a cruise ship with these. Believe it? Yes. I did a Patty Bennett cruise a few years ago, 2 years ago. And I know they were wondering, why is this woman carrying these big scissors? And it's for this very reason. It makes it a lot easier to do this when you want to trim some paper instead of the short stuff. Yeah, this is going to work just right. We just need to wing it. And take a little bit off this one. Okay, very good. I throw these in my recycling tote over there. I think I like that. That's a good idea. Wishing you a merry and glad. That doesn't even sound right, does it? Wishing you I don't know what. Wishing you a blank and glad. Well, that's what I'm doing. My friends can wonder all they want. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so we did our leaves, and now we got this flower kind of thing. And I liked how it looked. Hopefully I won't oops it and drop it again like I did on my first one. But I thought, well, it looks good enough. Oh, I don't want to do it on this. I want to stamp it off once. I just want it light. Very light. And I got that. I am probably going to really not do this well, but you know what? I think it still looks good anyway. That's not bad. Not bad. So it looks good. I think it'll make a good ornament. So now I'm going to die cut it with my, where did I set it? I just had it out. Aha, there it is. Found it. Okay. So we're going to die cut that. And I made myself an extra little thing that holds the ornament. It gives you this little short one and this big one. So I cut out 2 of that one. And this evidently is supposed to cut out the flowers too, so you could have like a layering thing going on there, which I'm going to try that. I am going to try it because this stamp set intrigued me. It just intrigued me. And I got rid of one of my old ornament stamp sets, so I thought, well, we'll get this and see what we think of this as soon as I get this all figured out. So I got that in there. And ooh, I gave myself plenty of room. That's good because the first one that I didn't give myself enough room. Okay. Just want to keep that in place. And then we'll crank this in. I just love my mini. As long as you got something that's no more than about 3 inches, it works great. So it can't do hardly any of the embossing folders because it's got to be narrow. There's only like a set that work. Okay. But I'd say it does well over 75% of the dies. So that's nice. And you could actually get this in your starter kit. Because I think this is like $60. And you get 125, so you get that and maybe a stamp set. I don't know, several things. Okay, so we need, you know what we need. We need this. We need this. This just adds color, okay? I just want to give some color. Okay, so we're not going to do that on this. Here's my little cap. So we are going to put that on. Man, I'm so glad I just got today. I got some more gold paper. I really needed that. So there's this. Yep, stay down. Stay down. I was so impressed. So I went over to get the grandkids today with my husband. We always get them after school on Wednesdays. And my daughter's Great Dane was out on the back porch. So, of course, we went in the front door. We're not stupid. And I was talking to her, but he was sitting outside really good. He wasn't jumping on the door going crazy. And so I opened the door very quietly. I was very calm. And I talked to him very calmly. I don't know. He's like a 175-pound mini horse. He's just huge, but he's beautiful. He is just a beautiful boy. And his name's Bentley. And I talked to him real quietly and I asked him to sit, and he sat. And so then he sat right up next to me so that I could pet him. He didn't do the whole 175-pound sit where he's like leaning against your body. And so then you become the Leaning Tower of Pisa. He didn't do that. He actually didn't do that. He was good. I'm just putting lines on this, on these sentiments, because I'm feeling like it. And anyway, so I just sat there or stood there and talked to him. He stood up once, and I'm like, no, we're not doing this. You need to sit. And so he ended up laying down because all he does is slide when he's on a flat surface like that. But he sat there. He did so well. It's like, oh my gosh, because usually he goes nuts. When somebody comes to the house that he knows, he just usually goes crazy. Kind of like how Mia does. I always tell people when they come to my house, if the dog is out, don't talk to her. Please don't talk to her because she will go crazy if you give her attention. Okay, so we got that. Okay. Anybody else have a dog like that? So you have this piece of DSP. So this is probably, I would say you'd need a piece that is, I would say 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 to die cut this out. I got this from the, I got these from the Everyday Arches. This is the set. These are the dies. Awesome dies. If you don't want the set, get these dies. You won't regret it. They are good dies. Okay, so we got that embossed. We have this right here. We do have ribbon. Okay, you got ribbon in your kit. I'm going to put liquid glue on this. So I learned something new last night. When I create an event, at least on my personal page, if I create an event and I make it public, other people will see it than just the people I invited. I didn't know that. I had no idea. So I had a couple ladies come, Robin and Amy, and it was awesome. They were great. They worked well with everybody. Okay, not embellishments. Dimensionals. We need dimensionals. They did great. They'd never done this before. Robin has done scrapbooking, but she hadn't made cards, so they did a really good job. And Tracy got done really quick because she didn't really, well, I mean, she had Jen there to talk to, per se. Well, and the other two ladies, but she stayed on task, staying out of trouble. There. Put that right there on the top. Do I want this wishing? I want wishing you a merry and glad tidings. I think that might work. I need some yucky scissors. But I was really pleased. I was pleased that they came. So I'm just trying to Make some small ones, some really small ones. Let's try this one. Okay. Wishing You is this one. Okay. And I think this might fit. This big one might just fit. Will it fit? I think so. Like this and like this. Just want to make sure. I don't need to put it all the way at the end. Wishing you a merry. Okay, that works. Oop, stuck on my finger. Well, we'll use that. Wishing you a merry. And then this one. Simple card. Just adding some pizzazz with the heat embossing. I do like heat embossing, and it's really not that bad. It takes a moment longer, but not bad. Almost the amount of time it takes to get out your die cutting machine and die cut something, and yeah, all that. And let's put that away. Ribbon, 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 ribbon. We're going to tie a bow because I want to put it right up there. Right up there. So did you guys make some fun projects, Tracy, today? You had a goal set for yourself. Get them, that's right, get them all done. Well, it's like I tried to make them really easy. I mean, I know, well, when you're a creative person, you definitely can go your own way. You know, do something with your own flair. And you like to color too, don't you? I know you do color. And we will put that in that little hole like that. In the hole, in the hole. I got to put these away. I got to get my ribbon scissors out. We've got to have those. And this one, no, that's too short. That one's a little shorter than I would have liked. And that, no, that looks okay. That's okay. Let's cut this one just a little bit shorter. See if that'll make a difference. That made that one came out just a little bit too much. I like that. I like how that looks. Now the front, or the inside. The front, the inside. Put my scissors back. And I have, this is Joyous Wishes to You and Yours. Even the right direction, I have a hard time reading it. Oh my gosh. Man, I can't tell if I'm going to do that straight or crooked because I have it on there crooked. Let's see. There's that. Very good. So is this set a pass or a yes? Yeah, I know you like to color. I like to color, but it's not mass production kind of thing for me. Oh my gosh. My blocks are stuck together. Wow. That was really stuck. Okay, I'm just, did I clean this one? Is that why it's stuck so bad I forgot to clean it? I hope not. Okay, we'll put these over here. I want to add a little bit of the teal This is probably more pretty peacock, but Lost Lagoon is like a paler color. I got something on my paper. Okay, so there's that. Goes back. I wonder if is there something that I can, oh, not really. Well, I could do this really faint. Let's try that. Really, really faint. Wow, that's too faint. Can't even see that puppy. Huh. Okay, we're just going to leave it at that. If I do it another time, it's going to be